Welcome to Beyond the DJ Booth podcast. I'm one of the co-hosts, Brian B., and this is Joseph Bunn.
Wow, formal name again.
Formal name.
I'll take it. Joseph Bunn's here.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. Feeling good since the last episode.
30 seconds ago?
30 seconds ago that we just wrapped.
I don't know why it's a go-to for me. I just always like to ask how you're doing.
I feel pretty good. I started watching the show last night, Adolescence. Have you seen this on Netflix?
I've heard about it. Everyone's telling me about it.
Super disturbing. I only got through the first one, but
Oh, how many episodes is it?
I don't know.
I thought it was just like one documentary. No, it's like a series.
Disturbing.
Yeah, it's a show.
Okay.
It's not true, I don't think.
Oh,
Disturbing,
okay.
Like how?
It's just disturbing, man. It's about a 13-year-old that's suspected of murder. That's as far as I've
Ooh.
That's
gotten.
dark. That's dark.
Not sure. See how many
You
episodes
like,
there are, Saquon.
You like Beavis and Butthead?
What?
You like Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah, I love Beavis and Butthead.
Mike Judge got a new show. It's called Common Side Effects.
Is it a comedy?
It's like a comedy
Okay.
cartoon, but like adult cartoon.
Okay.
It's about this mushroom. It's pretty cool.
All right. Do you
Check
have to
it
be
out.
high to like it? Or?
Nah.
Okay.
It's about like the pharmaceutical industry.
Okay.
It's really good.
Because I'm watching White Lotus now. I'm caught up on that.
I don't know how you have time for that.
I finished Severance. I started this other one called Paradise. But I don't really like to. I don't really like to watch shows at the same time,
Right.
Because the storylines get confusing
Yeah.
to me. Anyway, but I noticed I had to turn the subtitles on, which is very rare for me. But they had heavy British accents, or either Scottish maybe, and it was like everything when you were saying "How you doing?" It's like "You all right? You all right?" That's like they must say that 50 times. Like that's like a
Right.
hello.
Yeah.
Like it's the most common greeting. It sounds like.
Yeah.
You all right, love? You all right? Anyway, it just made me think of that. So I learned something interesting about you last week.
You did?
Yeah.
I told you?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're playing trivia,
Oh.
and we are at this pizza place / bar right by my house. Brian picked me up, and we're there. And I don't know how this topic comes up, but I find out you used to host karaoke.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that. I mean, how old are you at this point, and what city are you living in?
18, 19 years
Okay.
old.
Near Cali?
California.
Yeah.
This was
Frosted Tips?
the Frosted Tips.
Frosted
Yeah.
Tips. is
So it was the
crazy.
same bar that I used to DJ at.
Okay.
And actually, they started with karaoke first. It was a karaoke bar that
Yeah.
eventually turned into dancing.
Okay.
And so the marketing manager at Pioneer at the time, Carl Detkin,
Yeah, I know him.
used to, we were friends. And so he said, hey, you want to come out and shadow me and do some karaoke stuff? And I'm like, I was in a band, so I kind of already sang a little bit. I mean, I wasn't a lead singer by any stretch, but I could carry a tune.
Right.
And so I go to this thing, and man, that is a whole nother world
Totally.
of
So these were like the
entertainment.
off nights.
This
This
was
wouldn't have
an
been
off
like
night.
Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
This would have been like Tuesday.
No, this was a Friday to start.
Oh, okay.
Then when I came in to start DJing there, they had me on Saturdays. It was doing so well that they moved the karaoke to Thursday.
Okay.
So I was doing DJing Friday, Saturday at this bar.
Yeah.
Then they moved karaoke to Wednesday, and I was doing Thursday, Friday,
Oh, wow.
Saturday dancing. So I was there 4 nights a week.
Okay.
For a little while.
So this was my favorite part. Like what? And I didn't really know you could sing. Tell us your go-tos. What were your? Because
Yeah.
this is gonna shock people. I've never done karaoke.
Never.
Nah,
Wow.
I don't want to.
You kind of okay. So the key to being a good
So
karaoke
you gotta
host.
be like drunk.
Yeah.
But I don't-
Well, the thing is, to be good at a good karaoke host has to be able to carry a tune. You can't suck, but you can't be so good that people are like, "Oh, I'm not doing that."
Oh,
You got to be kind of. So I'm like the perfect kind of host.
Yeah.
Because I'm not great.
Yeah.
I'm not terrible.
right.
So people feel like they got a little bit of confidence.
Sure.
You know, kind of come in there.
Sure.
So, I mean,
What would you, it was 90s alternative.
oh
or
yeah.
something.
So Slide, Goo Goo Dolls was like a go-to.
Why don't you slide?
Yeah, that Vertical Horizons.
Oh God, I love that song. Everything she.
Yeah. Everything she wants. Yeah. And then You Only Get What You Give.
Oh wow, New Radical.
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty much, that was the era of all of that, you know? So it was like,
Wow.
oh, and then the one that I would shine, I can't even do it now because I don't
Matchbox
remember.
20.
No.
Oh.
1 week, Bare Naked Ladies.
Wow.
When we do the rap in
yeah,
there.
chickadee Chinese, the Chinese chicken.
I mean, that's pretty much all I remember now at this point.
Wow.
But I used to have it down. And so you got to, but the thing is, you space it out.
What do you
Now,
mean? What do you mean?
Like, you don't sing all these songs in a row.
Sure.
When you see a dip, or you're like, you need to like the same, let's say I have, because you get these song requests.
Yeah.
So if you see like the same person's.
Did people
giving
just
me
write it on paper
paper,
and
they
turn
bring it
it
to
in
you.
back then? Yeah.
So you get like, if you have the professional karaoke singers or
Sure.
who they think they are.
Sure.
So they'll give you like 10 slips at one time. I'm not gonna call you up for 10 songs in a row.
Right.
So that's when I have to kind of interject myself into the order and sing. So it doesn't sound like it's this person's, concert, so to speak.
Right.
But I will say it was a great foray into learning what songs work for DJing on mobiles, because they're all sing-along songs.
Yeah, right.
And those are the ones that did the best.
Yeah.
So you kind of learned real quickly like what songs could work at a wedding or whatnot, number one. And number two, it's a great place to get gratuity, because people
Ooh.
always want to move up in the order.
Oh.
So I would prime that tip jar with like, 20s and 50s in there. I'm like,
Right.
well, hey, the last person put in it was me, but
Yeah.
you don't know that off the bat. And you can test, it's so loose there. So you
Yeah.
can really test like jokes, material, if you
Yeah.
want to throw that in there. So that was like a good foray into like getting me into MC.
I feel like it's if there's any takeaway or a nugget from this for people to learn, there's two things. One, I would think it would be a great way to polish your MC chops.
1,000%.
Because there are lulls, there are, breaks. You do want to be on the mic, but don't want to be, too awkward. And
Yeah.
You want to keep it moving.
Right.
Right. And then I've told my guys, there's several guys that work here that everybody that works at Bun DJ Company has another job,
Mhm.
just period. And, people often express, hey man, I just hate my job and I wish I could do this full time. And I'm like, you could, but you're going to have to go out there and hustle up these weekday shows.
Yeah.
And it's going to be karaoke or what we were at the other night, trivia.
Yeah.
That guy could have been a DJ. He was doing that.
Yeah. It's a little-
Where did bowling, become invented or whatever?
Yeah.
He was doing that kind of voice like this.
But you had a good point. You said that night that like he was on from 7 to 9:30.
At the latest.
It stopped at like 9:30.
Yep.
Probably made $200
Easily.
I'm guessing.
I would guess the same.
So
I think the gear probably stayed there.
yeah.
I think he walked in with the questions. They had this particular version was on our phones
Mhm.
to answer. He tallied it, read the thing. He made $200. Well, let's just say if he did that 4 nights a week, that's $800.
Right.
800
For 3
times-
hours. That's
if that. That's
crazy.
including driving there.
Yeah.
800 times 4, 3,200. 3,200 times 12. I mean, you made 40,000.
Right. Plus at a wedding on a Saturday or whatever, you're
I mean, you could be making 6 figures.
yeah.
But you're going to have to get out there and either do trivia or karaoke. You're going to have to basically go door to door and say, hey, do you have a slow night? I'd love to try this trivia thing. I'd
Yeah.
love to try this game show. I'd love to try this karaoke thing. And you're going to have to build it.
And the cool thing about that is if it's consistent, you get this, like with karaoke, I can tell you
Regular.
for sure. You get the regulars, man. They didn't get to know you. You know their songs,
Yep.
so you can kind of get it in there.
And the bar thinks you're a hero
right,
because nobody was there.
right. And karaoke and trivia are great because you're sitting drinking, right?
Sure.
Eating food. You're
Sure.
not like at a club where you're dancing
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Right.
you're making them money if the longer they're there.
Dude, when I left Wilmington in 99 and moved here to Raleigh, those club gigs, and again, this was DJing, not karaoke or trivia, were exactly what I just explained to you. I would go in a bar on Hillsborough Street. So here in Raleigh, which is the college.
Main drag, yeah.
the main drag for college. And I would go in this place, the Big Bad Wolf, Tuesday night. I mean, there were 3 people in there. And I'd be like, hey, man, I feel like we could do a DJ night in here. And this was like really the starting point of a DJ even being a thing.
Right.
And like they had a booth and they probably did okay on the weekends. But I was like, and I'm going to go around and I literally would go to those wooden things around campus and put flyers up. And there was no social media. There was no text blast, email blast. Like we had nothing.
Right.
But first week there'd be 20 of my friends there. And then 20 became 40, 40 became 80. 80 became, 300 lined down the block.
Yeah.
And
that's
I got
cool.
Brian, my friend, sitting there at the door taking $5 cover from everybody.
Mhm.
And that was my money.
Yeah.
I kept, so I'd go home with $1,500
That's awesome.
And I would do that 2 or 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
You know, as a, what was I back then? 27,
Yeah.
something like that, 26, 27.
Yeah.
Just crushing it, just cash money.
Yeah.
You know, and they would keep the bar.
Yeah.
And it was a huge win for them.
Yeah.
And a huge win for me. You
Yeah.
know, get my name out there and make a bunch of cash money, which was cash money still king. you
Yeah.
know?
Totally.
Anyway, what else are we talking about on this episode?
Hey, want to make more money at every single event? Let me put you onto something. It's called S-Start. It's the event platform made by a DJ for DJs. With S-Start, you can offer apps like live photo sharing, real-time slideshows, song requests, and even seating charts. And you can upsell your clients like a pro. It's simple, plug and play, easy to use, and your clients, they love it. Join their membership for the best pricing and watch your profits soar. Go to sstart.com right now and book your free demo.
I got another gear corner
Okay.
for you.
Sure.
All right. So I lost my AirPods recently.
I'm concerned that you've gone to another brand, but let's hear it. Let's hear it.
And let me tell you, like,
All
I'm
right.
very particular about the old school style of AirBuds because they fit
Not
my
the
ears.
long ones.
Not the long ones.
I
the
hate the long
shorties.
ones. The shorties with the rubber tip.
No, I'm sorry. I guess they are the longer ones then. Yes. The
Yeah.
old school ones. They
You
stay
like
in my
those?
ear better, but they don't.
Interesting.
Whenever I listen to music, they never sound great.
But you look poor though when you're wearing the long
I know,
ones.
but they stay in there. They don't pop out. They don't pop out.
Okay.
So I lost them. And this is
Okay.
like, this is like my 8th pair I've lost
Woo.
over a course of years.
okay.
Because it says AirPods number 8 on my,
Sure.
my
Oh,
thing.
no, it
So,
doesn't.
Yeah. So, because in case I ever find them, you know, I'm like, maybe I'll have them in there. But then I started deleting them all just the other day. I'm like, get rid of all
Jesus.
these. I'm never going to get them again. So I started putting on the social media. I was like, hey, who has
Yeah.
good AirPods?
Yeah. Or
Or
earbuds
earbuds,
or
I guess it would be. And shout out Casey Rush.
Mhm.
Where's he out? Michigan.
I don't know. That's my boy though. Good dude.
Bose. Now, these are not cheap. I will tell you.
$500.
Ish.
Okay.
But they had a deal at the
Okay.
airport at that little, it's called Emotion, I think, whatever.
Emotion, yeah.
$250. So it was half price.
Whoa.
So I was like, I really can't pass this up to at least try it. If
Sure.
it sucks, great.
Okay.
But these are premium.
Do they have a name?
I can get you the
Dookie pod?
actual. I'll have the link up there. But the basics is that they're noise canceling, number one, which
Okay.
is really great. But you can also turn them on to they call it atmosphere, so you can hear what's happening.
Sure.
The bass in them are great. The battery life is great. I now use them everywhere, and you can get those on Amazon as well. Any idea what I think I just kind of mentioned it, but it's
Yeah, you did.
so it's actually $598 on Amazon.
Wow, you got them for $250.
$250. They had a deal. That's the only reason I got it, because I was like, I wouldn't spend $500 on it. There's no,
No,
way.
I
I
don't
would
think I
lose
would
it
either.
anyways. I know
Right.
myself.
Right.
So I'm like, if it's that kind of a deal, I'm getting them. And I've been super happy with them. So highly recommend it.
They're definitely nice. The case is a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
The bud itself is about the same.
Right.
I don't want to put it in
But
my
the
ear.
the noise cancellation, I didn't realize how crucial that was.
Yeah.
I didn't have that on the old
I know you didn't.
AirPods.
Right.
So I could always hear. But to listen to music, travel on a plane,
Yeah.
it's crazy how it can block out so much
It does
sound.
do great. Crying babies and stuff.
So that's
I like
number
those.
one.
Okay.
Other one
Oh,
is I'm going a twofer today.
Okay. Twofer.
This is kind of bougie.
Oh boy.
Bougie, but not bougie. Okay, what's the one area that you think you get photographed the most at a DJ gig? Like, what part of your body do you get?
Oh, either my hands or my
Your hands,
No, my hands.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was always getting frustrated because I know that, so I'm like, I got to make sure my nails are on point.
Oh wow.
Right?
Okay.
But when I would bring that little clipper with me, I'm like, I'm always snagging it on stuff. I
Yeah.
hate it.
Yeah.
Electric nail trimmer.
Stop it, bro.
So this is the little holder that holds all the nail
Oh,
stuff that you drop
Jesus.
off. It's empty. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm gonna throw up.
But you basically just put your nail in there.
No way. I wish
Yeah.
mine were longer.
Try it. You can try it. Just put it on the top part, and then basically this holds it down for the speed. So
Well,
wait,
how do I
wait,
clip it?
Yeah, just like that. But you got to turn it on.
Oh.
Maybe the front button first. Hold down the front button. There's a front
There-
button. Yep. Here.
Help me out. Help me out. I
Oh, no,
feel like I
it's on
have to use this.
You got to. Oh wait.
Well, and also, man, like,
I think I had it.
bro, have you ever been somewhere like in public and seen people cutting their nails?
Oh yeah, it's gross.
That's disgusting,
Yeah,
dog.
Yeah,
totally
in
gross.
public is crazy,
Right?
bro.
It's got 2 speeds.
Okay.
If you hit it again, it'll go faster.
So if I just put my nail in here, Oh, it's a buzzer.
Yes.
It's not a clipper.
It's not a clipper.
Oh. Like a sander.
Like a sander.
Kinda, yeah. I kind of like this thing.
I told you. I didn't know if I'd like it or not.
Oh, I see exactly what you're saying, dog. This is nice.
Now hit the double speed. Go a little bit.
Let me go.
Now we're
Y'all
going
hear that?
high speed.
This thing is going nuts now.
But
Let me get my
save
phone.
yourself some money on a pedicure, manicure. You don't got to do it at all.
Damn, bro.
And then you just hold down that side button to turn it
I
off.
feel like you found a gem. The thing is going off.
And then you just dump it
Yeah.
when you're done.
You want my price?
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm $19.99.
$19.99? I can't
Yeah.
remember, so I gotta look it up.
Okay. I feel like I'm close on this one.
$19.99. Let's see what we got here. We have $28.99.
Okay.
But
Worth
dude,
it.
I keep it in my snack bag.
I thought you meant it was going to clip.
No, that's the thing, because I always sometimes get it like cut and hung on something.
Yeah, yeah.
This doesn't. This is like a full on sander.
Damn. He said a sander. Bro, this is nice.
Right?
I like it. Yeah.
Put it in your snack bag if
Yeah.
you need it, and you're like,
Snack
oh
bag?
shoot, I put it in my snack bag because it's got a cover on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I'm at the gig, I don't have to go, where did I put it? What is in my backpack or whatever? Because everything else gets heavy. But this is so small and clutch.
The only thing I think about with you and all the gadgets is when you pull them out, are they actually charged up? Because I feel like everything you have is wireless.
It is. It actually does a pretty good job of. I mean,
Holding
I
charge.
haven't charged
Like
it
that
since
little
the beginning.
Bluetooth keyboard, that's got to
Yeah,
be charged.
yeah,
The nail
yeah,
trimmer's got to
yeah.
be charged.
I mean, I'm using them
AirPods.
so minimally, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
So I mean, I've had this thing for a couple months now.
I feel the same. I'm just like kind of overcharger,
Yeah.
quite frankly, like with
Yeah.
my lights and everything.
Yeah,
which
you
is,
got to.
Which is not good. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm always constantly charging my stuff, and then
Right.
I try and pull it off the charger because I know you're not supposed to leave them on there forever and blah,
Right.
blah, blah. But I think that would be the only thing that would give me like low key anxiety is just to have all the
if your
gadgets
nails are that
charged.
long.
No, I mean, I'm just
you
saying
know?
in general with you and all your gadgets,
Yeah.
they got to be charged
Right.
or
Right.
you shit
pointless.
the bed.
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
Brian B. here. Yes, interrupting yet another stellar podcast episode. But don't worry, this is a value add, not just me rambling. Have you enjoyed the music finds I share on here? You know, the ones that Joe pretends he discovered first? Well, if you didn't know, I've got a Patreon where you can grab not only song lists, but also exclusive edits of mine. Yep, custom tracks that'll set you apart from every DJ still rinsing the same tired wedding set. Want fresh music suggestions every month? Go to patreon.com/DJ Brian B Official. Again, that's patreon.com/DJ Brian B Official. You'll be the DJ everyone's trying to figure out how you keep your sets so fire, and planners will start nudging their couples your way. And if that's not a hard enough sell, I don't know what is. All right, back to the episode before Joe tries to convince us that Sweet Caroline is actually a banger.
Let's go to the question.
Okay, what is it? Oh, I got it. This is a shorty. Jesse Palencia, shout out Jesse Palencia out of Chicago, Illinois. How do you tackle a wedding that requires 4+ hours of straight dancing? I'm gonna let you go first because I feel like you have these.
I do. Lately, I mean, I feel like all weddings are kind of moving in this direction.
Nah.
Like less formalities.
Nah, not here.
Really?
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, less formalities, yes, but still, 2.5 would be probably
The most?
the new
Yeah.
norm for us.
So this wedding this weekend
Yeah.
and the one I just did was crazy long. They did have food, but it was like roving stations. It was a moving.
Well,
dinner.
technically, that Sangeet wasn't a wedding, you were
right?
saying.
Correct.
Okay.
But I've had to do 4+ hours before, so I would say the magic is pacing. You don't want to go out of the gate too guns blazing, but you can't also do a slow ramp up because then it takes too long to kind of get. So it's really got to be like peaks and valleys, like every 30 minutes, with the energy, you know, and flipping it enough. You know, one of the things that I've got better at doing, and this is really a COVID thing, honestly. I started putting together like these mini sets. Like where if I could play a full hour where it was like what used to be 2 or 3 songs that were really hype, but cutting these songs so short and doing it in a full set. Now you might think, well, is he going to play the same set every wedding? No, I take pieces from those routines. I call them routines. Now I've built up about 15 of them. And yes, there's 3 or 4 that go in a row together, but I can go out of one into another. Could I play the whole thing together? I could, but now I'm moving in and out of stuff, and I'm finding things that are like evergreen that aren't going to go out like tomorrow. Some stuff are new, but like that I can kind of mix and match. So you might hear me play those same songs, but not the same way twice. Does that make sense?
But you're also saying though that they are not pre-recorded. You just have them in little pockets.
Right. And that helps me get through these 4 hours where it doesn't feel like, hey, the first hour was amazing because this guy was hitting all of his bangers, and then the last 3 hours was just a suck fest because it wasn't like programmed as well as it was in the beginning. So those little pockets really do help.
If I was going to answer the question, which again, I haven't had one of these in a long, long time, I'd say the same thing. You got to just peaks and valleys it, which parlays us into the music topic of today.
All right, you want to do it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I think so, because I think that in a 4-hour dance set, I believe, and again, I'm saying use these sparingly, and in a 2.5-hour dance set, unless I'm told to do so, I rarely use them, but they are ballads. I repeat, ballads, slow jams, if you will. And now here's the precursor, and I gave Brian this pre-show, so he had some time to think about it. I'm not just springing this on him.
Yeah.
The precursor is it transcends all generations. In other words, if you drop this ballad to kind of reset the dance floor, as you call it, this is going to work from age 20 to age 75, 80.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some of these?
Yeah, and
go ahead.
This came about because you had a groom.
I did. Last weekend, the couple in what I would call the final planning or the advance call said, hey, just one thing, there are going to be a lot of older guests there. We went to a wedding recently, and the DJ just completely alienated these people. Went out of the gate too hard, too fast, never rolled it back in. Like he just hammered them. And they just sat down and they couldn't keep up.
Right.
Can you interject a couple, I took that to mean 2 or 3 in that first hour-ish. And I think we played 2. And so, and it helped when we were having that power issue that I talked about on the last episode, where I kind of had to, run some extra cables, and I played a ballad and played the full thing. So that's how this kind of came up. And you and I were talking about, the music episodes do really well. And we, put together these Spotify playlists, and then we say a word. And basically people can get the link to our Spotify playlist. So this episode, we will say our ballad list, let's call it timeless ballads by Joe Bunn and Brian B.
So should we call the word timeless?
I like it. Okay. The key word's going to be timeless.
T-I-M-E.
The key word is timeless.
Yeah.
TIMELESS.
Ooh, wow. Did that together. Yeah, I put together 3.
I feel like we're going to have some similarities.
Okay, so I just know your style. You're going to be like old soul, so I kind of steer clear of that as much as I could. So you want to go with your first one, and I can pull mine up?
I mean,
let's do 3.
Okay. As much as I hate to say this, because I feel like I've literally been playing it since the day that I was born, Unchained Melody, Righteous Brothers.
Wow.
And it still freaking works.
Okay.
And I guess, it was in Ghost or whatever it was in.
Well, it was Top Gun too, right?
Maybe it was in Top Gun.
Yeah, back in
No, that was You've Lost That Love.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
It still works, dude. Even for young people. And I don't really like, I don't want to say I like these songs, but I'm just telling you, it's never failed me.
Cool.
Go ahead with yours.
So I went current.
Okay.
Because I figured that's going to be a harder one. Because I feel like the older ones, it's kind of like, to your point, they are timeless.
Yeah.
Like they're not. So I was trying to find something current that would not alienate the older folks.
Okay.
So this is a shout out to Bob Hickman, who hooked me up with this. I have a coaching group, another plug. If you want to be a part of that, we once a month go over music finds.
Okay.
And he shared this with me. This is Teddy Swims.
Okay.
This is his cover of Let Me Love You by Mario. You can get this on Spotify. Hit it. I made a little edit. His voice is just.
Baby, you just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt?
Damn.
I know you smell that perfume, the makeup on your shirt. You don't believe his story.
But I like it because it's got a beat.
You know that there are
And if they're not, they may not know the song, but it's enough of, it's not over aggressive where you're going to be like, what is this? Like,
Yeah.
It's just kind of smooth.
Yeah.
And I feel like in a Southern context, especially, people would get out there because his voice kind of has
Even
that
an older
Southern drawl.
couple?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Remember, that came out when we were like in our heyday, right? So like
solid point.
a lot
That's
of the
solid
40,
point.
50-year-olds are going to be in that kind of feel. And that got redone by somebody else recently. So I think the younger folks would know it as well.
Dude, Bride stood up last week to dance with her dad, and I looked at Saquon. I'm like, holy shit, I think this dude's younger than I am.
The
I
dad?
fell out. Yes. It was nuts. If he wasn't younger, he was close,
Oh,
like
man.
same age.
Okay.
Anyway, I've been in the game a long time.
What's your second?
I know you're going to be like, Randy is telling me he's getting this on the band list, thinking out loud, cheering.
Okay. I would have gone Perfect.
Mm.
And the reason for it,
Perfect with Beyonce.
yeah, or there's one with the dude from the Italian opera singer,
Oh, Bocelli.
Bocelli.
Yeah.
Just because it's a little bit more romantic
Okay.
than the typical standard. I'm not a big Beyonce fan,
Me neither.
but I would do that one if I was looking for a ballad over the original. But
Okay.
I like that one. That's the one that you just mentioned, Thinking Out Loud. But isn't that the one that says like, if I don't have legs or whatever, like that whole thing, like I can't play
Well,
it. 'cause
that video that went viral. When,
that's the reason I can't play it. I just feel, unless the couple wants it, I'm not touching it.
I mean,
Well,
I
can
feel
you just
like
make
as
an
long
edit or
as-
somebody?
As long as there's no like,
handicapped people.
yeah, wheelchaired people.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Can you just make an edit? and
I
drop
think of
that
it every,
verse?
I'll be
I do
laughing
too.
as I see it because I'll be
Oh,
like,
God,
oh,
that was
DJ.
a rough one to watch. I still pull that.
Okay.
And it works.
So this is a new one that you
Okay.
probably don't know of this
Okay.
artist. Tara didn't know it, and I was like, "How do you not know this artist?" His name is Lucas Graham.
I know this guy. Yeah.
So the song is called "Love Someone," and it's. I mean, it was a hit. I like it because I think again, it's a song that's not overly aggressive. If you're older, I think you
Yeah.
can still dance to it.
Okay.
Cause when you love
Oh, I know this song.
someone,
Are you playing it?
open up your heart.
Like a
When
good
you
dinner song. Great
love
song. Yeah.
someone,
It's
you
catchy.
make rules.
That's the other reason why I like it.
If you love someone and you're not afraid to lose them, you probably never loved someone like I do. You probably never
gotta be
loved
English.
someone
British.
like I do.
Great song. I
Yeah.
love that song. You're right. It's a great dinner song too. We should add that to the dinner list
Yeah.
and our ballads list.
I think this ballad that's gonna be. I put some time into it and putting the.
I got some other ones. Look, can I give you two country?
Yeah, give me two.
And I actually love these songs. And I'm not a huge country fan.
Yeah.
Like I have a very select few artists I like. I actually love both of these songs. The first one is Die a Happy Man.
I knew you were gonna say that, Thomas
Yeah,
Rhett.
Thomas
Yeah.
Rhett. I love this song, man. Like it never gets old to me. It always works.
Yeah.
The lyrics are so good. I don't know. Country artists usually don't write their own songs, but whoever wrote that song is a genius. It's
Yeah.
just such a great song. And then the other one, but it just absolutely fucking ruins me because my sister and my dad
Yes.
love
I remember you
this
saying
song.
that in the other episode.
Joy of My Life, Chris Stapleton. And she picked it last week, and I swear to God, it was all I could do not to think of to dance with her dad. I was like, oh my God, please.
Oh, the bride picked it. I thought you said
Yes,
okay.
the bride picked it, and she's out there dancing with her dad. And I'm like, bro, just please get to the end of it. And luckily, she only wanted 90 seconds because I would have been a mess if we had rolled 3 minutes of this song. Both of those to me are like actual masterpieces.
I agree. Yeah, those are good.
Masterpieces. What you got?
So
you got
one I
more?
don't have a sample of, but since you gave two, I'm going to
Yeah,
give two.
go
So
ahead.
one of them, I think this one's another masterpiece. It's Van Morrison's Into the Mystic.
It's a masterpiece.
That song will never get old to me.
It can't get old because
it's
it's a masterpiece.
It's so incredible. And I try to play it every wedding if I can fit it in.
wow.
Like not during
As a ballad?
No. Just during
Yeah, I
dinner.
play it during dinner. Me too.
I just love the song. But
Me
I think
too.
it could work as a ballad for sure.
It could.
especially in the South.
Yep.
And this last one I'll play for you is my boy Benny Blanco. You've been following that. I sent you that Instagram.
I've been
Is
on it.
Coming up on your feed?
Yeah, it is now.
Dude,
It's
I
like
had
Daniel
no idea.
Wall or something
Yeah.
like that.
Dude,
There is nobody operating in the current pop market that has produced or written more hit songs than Benny Blanco.
I had no idea.
I knew
he did
sorta, but like when it really goes into the like when he starts listing off Maroon 5, Katy Perry, like anybody that's pop
Right.
royalty,
Right.
he wrote their biggest songs
Yeah.
or produced it
Yeah.
or both,
Yeah.
and that's unbelievable
You
talent.
see,
Right.
Bieber.
Bieber?
Yeah.
He's beefy.
Bieber, I mean, dude,
boy.
just anybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's crazy.
like those Maroon 5 songs, they've written anything that was a hit that Maroon 5 had on the radio.
Yeah.
He did that.
Yeah. Oh no, totally. Yeah, he's
Crazy.
incredible. So he did a song with Calvin Harris. It's an EDM song called "I Found You."
Okay.
And a groom found this.
Okay.
So I can't take credit for it. This is him bringing this to my attention. This
Yeah.
is I believe it's called the Nilda's. I don't know what the last part of it. I think it's like a romantic version of it. It's a slowed down version of "I Found You." You will know it because you'll appreciate it. But I play this as a ballad a lot. So here it is.
I'm not sure what I'm feeling. Don't know how to move. I cannot say what I believe in. I finally believe in you. I've traveled many roads.
Hopefully I get to the chorus.
Don't know what to. And my world is never changing. If there's anything I can do,
Here it is.
'cause I found you.
Oh, I know this song.
Yeah. It's usually way faster.
Found you.
Like 128.
Yeah.
'Cause I found you.
One of his lesser known
I
songs.
found you.
But for a ballad, I think somebody, even if you don't know it,
Sure.
you'd be like, hey, I'll get out there and dance to
Yeah.
that. So I think I'm finding a lot of EDM songs that are done acoustically do really well for me.
I can see that. Yeah, especially for that generation. It's familiarity. It's the
Mhm.
same reason that Vitamin String Quartet is popular for prelude music.
Yeah.
Like, would you rather sit there and listen to Handel or Mozart while guests are being seated, or a string version of Coldplay?
Yeah.
Me, I like Coldplay, or Dave Matthews or Red Hot Chili Peppers as string versions.
Yeah.
And I find that almost all of my couples are like, yeah, that's exactly what we'd rather be playing, from 4:30 to 5 while people are sitting down.
Sure.
Good stuff, man.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah. We
Oh,
did the
okay.
question already.
Oh, yeah, we did the question already. Damn.
Yeah.
This blazed by. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Please leave us a review if you don't mind on wherever you are listening to this. If you want to watch this video of two very handsome people, one with hair, one without, you can go to my YouTube channel. And again, shout out DJ Event Planner and S-Start.
And the playlist.
And the playlist that we're doing on this episode is obviously Ballads. All you got to do is comment the word timeless on the Instagram reel, and we will send it to you.
There we go.
That's
See ya.
it. New episode next week.
Later.